Hi folks, it's Evo here from Thundermist Lure Company. Always great to see you, and welcome to today's episode of Thundermist Fishing Tips. What an absolute gorgeous, gorgeous day we have here in the fall. We're fishing the fall, folks, and we're looking for that salmon bite. And today, folks, I'm gonna run the Sting Eye Spinner. And the size I'm going with is size number 4. They come in different sizes, but when you're fishing big water for big fish with a strong current, size 4 gets the nod. It's a bigger lure, it's weighted for longer casts, sinks nice, it's the perfect for this kind of fishing. So that's what I'm opening up with today, and I brought all colors with me of the Sting Eye, but I opened up with the silver black. Now I wanted the silver blade because of the bright sun that we have this morning. There's a little bit of cloud, but it's mainly sunny, so I'm going to stick with silver-based lures today. And besides, we've got crystal clear water as well. So that silver is going to pick up the sun and give off a ton of flash. So, beautiful day. I've seen the odd jump down here so far, so I know there's some salmon around, and I'm hoping that the Sting Eye will be able to trigger one into hitting, and we can have ourselves a good day on the water. Speaking of which, you know what I say, folks? Even if you don't get a bite, just being out here, what a gorgeous morning. Beautiful day, beautiful scenery. That's what it's all about. Catching fish, always a bonus. Having said that, sure love to have a bonus this morning. Stay tuned, folks. Right where he should be, folks. Right there, right on that current edge. I love it. So he just nailed it, folks, just nailed it. Now I gotta watch my drag, set the drag, because these guys can make their runs and they're very, very strong. Like that. And then they can jump too. Keep your line tight. Always keep it tight, folks. Always keep it tight. Here's the thing, folks. When you're fishing these river systems, you have to use the current to your advantage. So I like to cast either 90 degrees to the current or just slightly against the current, and work that Sting Eye spinner or any spinner against the current nice and slowly, and let it work, and always be in control. And you always got to feel for the lure, and you can feel it working. You're always in control of your lure, and that's the key. Gonna drag light. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Making a run, folks, making a run. And here's the thing, as they get closer, there's a lot more pressure on your line. So that's when you're going to want to lighten up on your drag just a little bit. Okay. Now I did say I'm using the size 4 Sting Eye, again, because it's a bigger lure, heavier lure, longer casts, works great in these conditions. But if I'm working a smaller river system or creeks or streams, I would go with size 1 or 2 Sting Eye spinner, especially if I'm fishing for like brook trout or something smaller. So you basically just take a look at the size of the lure and the conditions, and then I wouldn't run a size 2 Sting Eye down here in this strong current and deep water. It just wouldn't happen. But the size 4, absolutely. And it's working for me today, I'll tell you that. It's that eyeball, folks, that big eyeball, and then the location of the hook. It's key. It's key. So I'm thinking I got myself a real nice salmon. Now it's just a matter of playing them out. Now, speaking of drag, I also want to mention to you, when I'm casting, my drag is tight. Well, I shouldn't even say tight. Let's say snug. I'm saying snug because you got to have a little bit of give on the hook set, but not too much give, because you need that hook setting power. But the reason I say you want a little bit of give, because when you set the hook on these salmon, they typically go. And if your line is so tight, if your drag is so tight, they'll just break you off instantly, even if you're running heavier line. These salmon are big, heavy, and strong fish. So I like my drag to be able to just be strong enough that I can set the hook, but yet just loose enough that it'll take some pressure away when they decide to run. And then after the hook set, you can easily adjust your drag and work it perfectly to land the fish. Yes. Well, it looks like the silver black produced. It's been sunny, partly cloudy condition. I'm gonna lose my net. I'm gonna lose it in the current here, folks. Whoa, 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 whoa. Jeez, I absolutely love this, folks. I absolutely love it. It's made my day, that's for sure. Nice solid hit, too. Nice solid hit. Speaking of solid, the hooks on here are solid VMC strong hooks. And you need them when you're fishing for the bigger game fish, that's for sure. Very important hook quality. Come on, Mr. Salmon. This, folks, is what boatless angling is all about. No boat required, and you can still catch big fish right from shore. And you know what? It's not that hard. The other thing you do, you fish with confidence. Every cast, just have that confident feeling that you're going to get a bite. Believe it or not, I don't know why, but it makes a difference. There's just no horsing these fish in. There just isn't. Even when we fish for them in the spring and we're trolling for them in the string, they're so strong. And guess what? They're just as strong right now. You would think that they're coming in here to spawn, and they've made their way all the way upriver, that they'd be tuckered out. No chance. They're still so strong, folks, and full of energy. They start to get dark, though. If you've never seen spawning salmon, they come in from the lake, nice and silver, and they start to turn almost like, I'm going to say, like an olive green, and then eventually they turn like black, and that's when their numbers are up. This one is obviously not black, probably more of a darker, I'm going to say he's probably a darker olive green. He's definitely going to be dark. He's not going to be silver. So nice, folks. So nice. Just casting a line. You want to talk about relaxing? You know, I love going out in my boat, but there's something about boatless angling, folks. You know, I just grabbed my rod, grabbed a few sting eyes, made my way down here, start casting. You know, with the boat, hook up the boat, launch the boat. Not that I'm complaining. All I'm saying is, it's just very nice once in a while just to go on the shore. Be a boatless angler. So convenient, so relaxing, and stress-free. Tell you what, folks, I can't get this guy in. Got a fair amount of pressure on him too. Like this fishing rod is doing its job, that's for sure. One piece, 7.5 foot. Lots of power. We're gaining on him though. We're gaining on him. I'd like to at least take a look at this fish, even if I lose him, that's okay. I just like to get a look at him, you know. And he's getting close. He's getting close. It's hard with that glare of the sun, though. I can't really see. I did bring sunglasses, of course. I put them off. I take them off while we're filming. I can almost see him. I see a dark shadow. That's what I see. It's got to be a nice salmon, folks. He feels fairly heavy. It can be deceiving sometimes because they're so strong, you know. Oh, come on, Mr. Salmon. I actually staged some other lures, some other colors. I was going to maybe change things up a bit, but it doesn't look like I'm going to have to. That silver black, it's actually one of my favorite steelhead colors, believe it or not. I don't know what it is. I guess it looks more like a bug, you know, that black with the yellow dots. I don't know. All I know is they like it. I want to keep them down. I don't want them to jump because I don't want them to shake the hook, although I did get a real good hook set on him. Still can't see him even though he's right here. That glare of the sun. Oh, I got a glimpse now. This is a nice fish. Oh, a beautiful salmon, folks. Now you're talking. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now you're talking. Nice salmon, folks. Real nice salmon. Really, really nice salmon. And here comes the current again. So the current, whoa, has been changing like crazy. And normally, folks, the current's going in that direction down here. This time it's completely going in this direction. So that's why I changed my strategy in casting that way and working against the current and really letting that sting eye spin or flash and flutter, get their attention. They see that big eyeball and they just attack. But definitely, definitely, definitely using the current to your advantage is key. If you're casting and bringing in with the current, you're not going to have the same action. You're not going to have the same control. You definitely want to be, you can see the current's going in that direction. You want to be bringing your line in this way. And then, of course, try to keep your lure as low as possible to the bottom. These fish are hugging bottom. Yeah, they'll come up and they'll jump every so often. But they're hugging the bottom, folks. And you want to be in that strike zone as long as you can. So letting that lure go down a little deeper. Oh yeah. I think we've tuckered her out. Looks like a female salmon. And the bag. Oh, that's a big long fish. Look at that. That is a long fish. Big long fish. Nice, very, very nice. Okay, let's get this fish off, take a closer look, and then we're gonna release it. Beautiful salmon, I love it. Okay, folks, this is a big, long, heavy salmon. Oh my goodness, you're talking 20 pounds. Come on, get those teeth. Get the net out of your teeth. Oh yeah, folks, this is a big, big female. Hey, look at that fish. See what I mean about the darker color? Not completely black, but dark, dark, dark. That's what they get. But this is a big fish, heavy, thick, heavy fish, folks. Real big, thick, heavy salmon. We're gonna let her go. Full of eggs. And there goes my net. And that's gonna float away. Oh, look at this fish, folks. Just wants to go, eh? Love the colors on them. Hey, even though they're not the spring salmon, they're just a beautiful, beautiful fish. All right. Ready? Look at that nice little release. Isn't that nice? Oh, I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it, folks. What a start to my day right there. Boatless angling. What an opportunity to catch some big fish right from the shoreline. If you haven't yet, folks, get yourself out. Get out there. Have yourself a nice day on the water. Find the shoreline somewhere and get a line wet and have some fun. That's what we're doing today. I want to thank you ever so much for spending time with me on the shoreline in today's episode of Thundermist Fishing Tips. And as always, folks, until next time, good luck and good fishing. Love it, love it, love it.